Laura Fenton Kovanda was in town for a World Team Pickleball event, and while she was here, she gave the group a clinic. During that clinic, she answered some questions about paddles. I happened to turn on the video, and you're going to get to be a fly on the wall as you listen to what she had to share with us. Hey everybody, it's CJ Johnson. Today, we're talking pickleball paddles with three-time US Open gold medalist Laura Fenton Kovanda. In fact, we talk all things pickleball in this channel, from gears to instruction to fitness and the drills that are going to help you to become a better pickleball player. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the notification over here on the side and then the bell. That way, you'll know every time I post a new video.
What is the difference between, sometimes not always, a higher price paddle? Depends on companies, it's all different. But it's how much honeycomb is inside of there. Honeycomb is more like an accordion type material. So as it expands, it creates dead spots in there. So if you buy a paddle and say it's $50, $55 or so, more than likely, it's on the low end, it has very little of that honeycomb in there. Okay, so you get a dead spot very quickly. You might play, it depends on how often you play, how hard you hit the balls, but that starts to expand, and even within a month or two, you start hearing this thunk. So you can't cut open a paddle and know how much is in there, but usually by the price of a paddle is going to tell you if it's got honeycomb and polymer core. If it's higher price, means it's usually better made as well. This is pure. This is not even a polymer core. This is a polycarbonate. The entire paddle is polycarbonate. So you get the sweet spot on every spot of the paddle. It gives more pop off the paddle. And the other thing I like about, I'll hit my own. Oh, it's way too, it will never break. That's what I like about that one too. Yeah.
Some of them have honeycomb in them, and some of them don't.
I'll take your.
Why would you choose one over the other?
Right.
Why choose one over the other?
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Again, as I said, some are singles paddles, for example, and it depends on your style of game.
Right.
Okay. Some people can rip top spins with no honeycomb and keep that ball in the court, and it gives them more power. Other people need to control the ball more, and honeycomb does that.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay? Yeah, it gives you more control.
More
in the game.
control.
Yeah. But if you feel each of your textures too, this one has texture, so you get a little more touch off the ball, control, little spin. This one has texture.
This one doesn't.
This one doesn't.
That's smooth.
This one is smooth as well on the gearbox paddle. Okay, so the texture of it allows for more spin, more control of it.
But you said the rough surface gives you more control.
Gives you more control.
But
yes.
don't all honeycomb don't have the rough surface, right?
No.
Not all.
Yeah.
So this is an
Pick that one up right here. So this one is more of a smooth surface.
But
Still
it's
how
a
smooth that
honeycomb
is,
paddle.
but it's a honeycomb paddle.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this one
But I
just
said this is where I have
pounded.
changed. This one does not have honeycomb in it. This is straight. Actually, okay.
Right.
This is straight polycarbonate. So it gave me more pop, but it has the surface that I learned to control my game. Most of the weights are around 7.4, 7 ounces, 4 or 7.4 to 7.8.
Yeah.
Yep.
7.4.
These are anywhere 7.6 to 7.8. The only difference is they made one for men, the blue one, which is closer to a 9-ounce paddle.
Whoa.
Exact same paddle, but a little bit heavier. And you can fill those paddles. You can pass those around just so you feel the difference in paddles. Okay, so it really becomes preference. Preference in a paddle too can be the weight out here at the paddle or at the handle end, as well as out at the front. If you've got weight down here in the handle for a female, unless you're really big boned and strong, you're going to start having elbow and shoulder issues very quickly. So a more balanced paddle. How do you know? Pick it up and hit with it. It's always best to hit with paddles first. Now, some people like this. It gives them more pop. They have a sweet spot on the whole paddle. Gives you more reach. If you're not as quick, it's very good to use one of these too. You got a bigger reach, you can't move as quickly. That's Now they made one, Gearbox made one like this. I believe Gage has 2 paddles. It has long handles. This one's a little bit longer This is really longer than that grip. Huge difference.
Yeah, mine's kind of short too.
Yes. So you see the difference in that grip. So this can be people have big hands or people play singles. They also have a smaller grip. There's also a thicker grip. So that's my preference. Okay? I play with a really thin grip because I played racquetball for years too. So I like the thin grip, but that's preference on that. No big deal. So you'll see some players will play with one paddle playing doubles, and they'll play with a totally different paddle playing singles.
Yeah, and what makes what features make it a singles paddle?
What's made on the inside, the ingredients on the inside. Okay, ingredients on the inside, a longer handle. So those who have, give that back to you for a second. Those who have two-handed backhands that want to be able to get both hands on there. Who was it that had the really short handle?
Also, honeycomb absorbs.
That would be really
better.
Yes.
Hard to do a backhand.
Really hard to put both
room.
hands on there to do that. Right. Yep. So honeycomb does give you some control
I guess
as
I'm
well.
confused. When you say singles paddle, are you saying it's made of a single material or it's used to play singles?
It's used to play singles because they hit more ground strokes in singles than you do in doubles.
Less touch, more power.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Does it make a difference which balls you're hitting off of it?
Yep. A Dura ball. You know what the Duras are?
Yeah.
Okay. The Duras are more harder to control. It is tougher to play with.
Yep.
I prefer playing with that ball any day. The Onyx, you can put a lot more spin on it too. You can swing harder at it because it's a thicker plastic, so it's going to stay in the court a lot longer or easier to keep
Well, I
in
was
the
just
court.
wondering if it makes a difference coming off the paddle.
It would be the same for about any paddle, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whichever ball you use.
And I find the Dura, I have to think, I have to give more. 'Cause
Yes.
It comes off faster.
Doing. Yeah, because it's a thinner
And it
plastic.
skids on the court too.
Yep.
Spins more, yeah.
Yep.
Skids, yeah.
Takes a lot more control. Yeah.
But they break a lot.
Depends on which ones you get. Yeah. If you're in the heat or if you're in the cold. Yeah. I think we'll always have that issue.
Yeah.
Now the Onyx don't break. You're right.
Expensive.
The way the
Yeah,
Onyx
I mean,
are.
they'll last a long. They'll go dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they'll last
Before
a lot
they'll
longer.
break. Yeah.
No question.
Yeah.
I agree. So if you have a club like you guys, I mean, as you
Yeah.
hear, there's no question you'd use the Onyx balls. They last a lot longer.
Yeah.
Very good questions.
I hope you now have a little insight that's going to help you to make a better choice for your next paddle. I've got some links down below to some of the different manufacturers that we talked about and some that you'd probably like to try, so make sure that you click on the show notes. If you got value from this video, make sure you give it a little thumbs up and share it with your pickleball playing friends, because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well.